Hi my friends, and welcome to our next video in this little series of getting to realize how we are creating a new life for ourselves and a new world together. So it can sound very grandiose that we, this little group that we are in the process of creating a new world. But as they say in many of the channelings, dream big. Believe that although you feel very small, that you can do something very great. So we're in a process right now, all of us human beings on earth, that is incredibly powerful and transformative. We're going from one world to a new world, and each and every one of us is an important player in this grand event. So just going back to the very basics, as I've said so many times, so what I say in this video is really something I've said many times before, I'm very sure. But let's see what my higher self is guiding me to share today. So, as I see it, as I understand it, that's all I share here with you, and as I've said before, use what you can use and just leave the rest. As I see it and understand it, we are all spirits. And right now in your life, and right now in my life, we are in this human form. So as I've seen it for many years, I saw myself, or I say, which I've said many times, my spirit is in my body. But as it actually really is that my body is in my spirit, because as it is, our spirits are actually enormous. So if you were able to see your aura, which some people can, it's much larger than your body. So in reality, we are a huge spirit that is this very large entity. It's an energy creation. We are our own unique spiritual selves, and this body of ours is actually just a small part. So we're actually a physical being, a human being that is living in a spirit. And so we have chosen in this lifetime, we've chosen to come to earth. And earth is really not our home. We belong in the spirit realm. But we have chosen to be born and to be given, or have asked to have. Some people say that you choose your body. It's like, it sounds really strange, but before we come to earth, all these bodies are hanging like coats on one of those coat holders, and you actually pick your body. So if that's true, I think it's true. So before we come here, we choose which body we want to have, and we're given the body, and we come into become a fetus in our, we also choose our family. So it's actually, we have with our family and the people we get to meet in this world, and probably you and I have already, if you feel drawn to these videos, we have already met maybe many times before, but we have chosen to connect in this lifetime. So we have laid out a life for ourselves that our higher self, our spirit, wants. So we come into this little fetus and we grow in this woman's womb, and we are born into this world with these bodies and these traits that we are most wanted, wished for. Because the traits that our body has, they suit our mission. So we all came here on a mission. And so there are certain things that we have chosen to learn in this lifetime and to experience. And some of us, most of us really, are working on the subject of self-love, which I've mentioned so many times before, valuing ourselves. This is one of the themes that we're working on in this lifetime. Some of us are working on being more expressive than we used to be. Some of us are working on being more quiet. That's one of my themes, because I have probably for many lifetimes been very expressive, and I love to express myself. That's also why I make these videos. I love to express myself in this human form. And so one of my challenges in this lifetime is to learn to be quiet and to listen. And some of the other ones I can mention that I'm working on is patience, because I'm not a very patient person. I know that just being quiet, listening, being patient are some of the things I'm working on in this lifetime. Another thing I'm working on is, because I am very empathic, and which you probably are, otherwise you wouldn't be watching these videos, having empathy and having feelings that in a way you pick up other people's feelings and you feel sorry for them, you want to help them. That's very strong in me, and I have to actually learn to let go of some of that. So accepting that there are certain things I can do for other people, but that I mustn't go overboard, because so this is this lifetime that we are, this journey that we are on, we are practicing all these different things that we wanted to practice in this lifetime. And the higher evolved we become, the more refined the practicing becomes. So it's like walking on this fine line to understand that I must be a giver in this world. That's the way the world works. I must be a giver, but I mustn't give too much. So I also must be a receiver. So finding that very, very fine point of balance between being a giver and being a receiver. This is one of the challenges for me, to sense exactly how much is right for me to be giving in this instance with this human, this relationship I might have, say, with my mother, who has always really needed a lot of support and wanted a lot of support, but at the same time, so I have been very much a helper for her, but at the same time it mustn't be too much, because then I drain myself and I'm actually not helping her, I'm just making things worse. So this is, so as we grow spiritually and we evolve on this journey, in a sense our challenges can become harder, and they are definitely, they go into much deeper detail. So it's a very, very fine, we're fine-tuning our abilities and our all our characteristics. They're being fine-tuned in this lifetime. So and when we talk about the fact that we have chosen this lifetime, so as one of the subjects I have talked about, which is having estranged children, which I still experience in my life, two daughters who have been away for a long, long time, and they are 36 and 34, and we haven't really seen or had any contact really for a very, very long time. As a mother and as a father, having this knowledge and this understanding that we as spiritual beings have chosen this is very, very, and as a human being especially, why would you ever choose that in your lifetime? And also the fact that sometimes the child that has estranged him or herself from you is suffering enormously, and you can do nothing, absolutely nothing, because they don't want to be reached by you. Why would anyone choose such a thing? But the fact of the matter is, what I feel I've learned as I've gone, because life is really a school, and I said that many years ago, and now I really understand it and believe it. I really, really feel with every fibre of my being that that is true. Life is a school, and we came here not to just enjoy ourselves, but we also came to have some very difficult challenges. And for some of us, that is a challenge that we have chosen. And you can make a whole YouTube channel about this subject of estrangement. It could also be parents who estrange themselves from their children, which is very, very hard to understand, but sometimes that's necessary too. Because our paths become so different that we just cannot, we don't resonate anymore, and we can't be together without it being very painful. So there are many, many parts of our personality that are being trained when we have a problem like that. And one is the ability to love no matter what. To love your child who has chosen whatever they have chosen, whatever path they've chosen, and maybe to blame you for their unhappiness, maybe all their life, who knows. To love them there, to simply let your love flow onto all of that without even really being able to truly, deeply understand it. That is one of the things we're learning. And so to love the incomprehensible, and to realize that when we give birth, when we bring a person into this world, we don't own that person. And just like we have chosen a path for ourselves, they have chosen a path for themselves. And it can be a path that doesn't look like yours at all. So it can be so foreign and so strange. We can just talk about this forever, which I won't do. But to also love ourselves as the beings that we are, and the parents that we were, whatever we did, can we love all that? Everything that happened, everything we chose to do as parents, can we just love all of that? And us right here in this moment where everything seems strange, can we love that too? So what we come, that was one of the things that came to me to share in this video, that basically everything is about love. And basically everything is love. So when someone chooses to leave you and cause so much pain in you, they actually are doing it out of love. Because there's something that we as parents who lose our children that way, there is a very, very deep love that we get to access, and we are able to train to practice and to become good at having a deep, deep love that you would never be trained to access and to practice if you hadn't had that experience. So each very difficult, painful experience we have in this lifetime is teaching us something very, very special about how to love. How to love. But also how to receive love. So it's giving love and receiving love. And when life becomes very, very difficult and your challenges just seem so, you can't understand them, they're very, very, very painful, what we need to do is practice the things that we've been practicing here to simply come into the now moment. And we can use this, this little part of it, this little aspect of understanding that this is all about love. So how can I come into this present moment and feel deep love? How can I love being in this moment, right here in my life, where everything is as it is? Can I do that? Of course I can. And so no matter what situation we are in, we can become better at being present. And as Eckhart Tolle says, the most powerful spiritual practice is conscious breathing. And even one conscious breath is the most powerful thing to do. Come into the now moment and focus on your breath. And we can take it a step further and say, okay, in this now moment where I am feeling how I am breathing, I can go deep into my heart and feel the love within me. Where is that love? How does it feel? And as I am here, focusing in on this, can I feel the pleasure, the deep pleasure in this moment? The pleasure of being right here, right now. The pleasure of being alive. The pleasure of being in this body. And the pleasure that we can, when we realize that when I stop holding on to and judging my life as good and bad, there are bad things, there are good things. When I stop, when I take all my judgment away from my life and just let my life be this beautiful creation it is, with all the so-called challenges, let them be flowers on this big canvas. Let the so-called problems be beauty in my life. Can I just let it all be what it is and feel this deep pleasure within me? And realizing that when I let it all go and I stop judging it, what a pleasurable experience that is. So my life is not fixed in stone. I'm going through this journey of existence from birth and to death, so-called death. I leave the body. One day I'll leave the body when my mission is over. When I have come to I've experienced all I came to experience. I have given all that I came to give in this human form, and I have received all I came to receive. When this job is done, I leave this body. And on my way, can I be present? Can I be the love that I am? And can I feel the pleasure of it all? So let's go and do our next exercise where we relax together and just feel all this that we've talked about. Just go and have a look at little aspects of it. So if you like, go and lie down. If you want to, you can just stay in your chair. Remember to keep your back straight. If you like, you can close your eyes. You don't have to. You're completely free to do whatever, as long as you feel really comfortable. And start your diaphragmatic breathing, which is through the nose. Long, slow breaths. Right down into your belly. Feeling how your whole pelvic area becomes so soft, so relaxed, so calm. Feeling this soft flow of air through your nose, slowly, very, very slowly, and preferably completely silent, going all the way down from your nose into your lungs, and allowing with your muscles and your whole pelvic area, your abdomen, to be completely soft so the diaphragm can really bring the air right down. And when you breathe out slowly, sensing how slow you can make this out breath, because when we do it this way, we come into a completely relaxed state of being. So we return really to our spirit. We are very, very connected to our spirit when we breathe in this way. Our ego has a very difficult time in holding on to us and being a part of this, because we're letting go. We're letting go of tensions in the whole body, in our feet, ankles and legs. We just let go. Every tiny little bit of tension, we just let it go. We allow ourselves to become soft. Become like a big sponge that you can just go and squeeze, and when you let it go, it just fluffs up again. Our whole pelvic area, where there can be so much tension, because this is really the place of the root chakra and the sacral chakra, which is the place of creation and also physical pleasure, sexuality, sensuality. This area, we just allow it to be soft, so soft and so relaxed. And we feel our stomach, the solar plexus, also just becomes so warm and relaxed. Every cell of this area is just so soft and so relaxed. And our whole chest area and our shoulders that can be so tense. In this moment, we're just choosing to let it all go and to just feel that we are. This body is where we are in this lifetime. This is our vessel. This is our temple of the spirit. And this temple we want to look after really, really well. And how do we look after this temple? Well, by letting it relax. Just relax. The more we relax our body, the more our spirit can simply flow in and control our life, be the master of our life. So we let go of all tension which comes from the ego. Letting go of all tension in our shoulders, in our arms, all the way down to our fingertips. Just letting the arms be so soft, so heavy, and so relaxed. And our neck and head and face, all the muscles there, we just let them all go. Sinking into our chair or our bed, wherever we are, feeling how this area And we can sense all the way out to the tips of our hair. It all becomes so relaxed. Feeling how the whole body now is so comfortable. Feeling so whole right where we are. Feeling that there's nothing we have to do. There's nothing important apart from just being here. We are realizing more and more on this journey that the more I can just be here, the more my life falls into place. All the pieces of the puzzle, they just sink into place. And when I leave this little exercise, I am still whole. I still keep practicing being in this present moment because I know that that's all that's important. So here we are, so relaxed, so comfortable, sensing how it is a wonderful, wonderful feeling to be present in our body. And sensing how around us is our enormous spirit. This being that we are, which is not our earthly being, it's our spiritual being. Sensing how when the body becomes so relaxed, our spiritual being, we can really feel it. How wonderful it feels. And coming back to our breath, the conscious breath. Breathing in and breathing out. And we can have a little look around at our life and sense how we can just see all the people in our life, all the events going on, whatever's happening in our life. Just look at it with a relaxed gaze and maybe see it. Just see how you can see it in this light that makes everything beautiful. See it as beautiful. And if you can't see it as beautiful, just give it your peace. So here we are in the midst of our life, all the things going on around us. And we allow our life to be as it is. We stop judging it. Everybody we know in our lives are on their own journey, and they just want to be loved where they are. So can we just love them where they are? Can we just love ourselves where we are? Sense how you can connect with the love in your heart. You can see it as a beautiful shining light, a sun in your chest. You can see it as a beautiful hibiscus flower. You can see it as you like. Just feel, how does it feel when I love? How does it look when I love? Maybe you see yourself hugging some people that you haven't talked to for a long time, or maybe you've had some pain connected with them. Is there anyone you want to go and give a hug? And if not, just feel the love in your heart, because truly that is who you are. You are that love. any messages from your higher self, from your inner child, any messages or signs, anything that maybe wants your attention for when you leave this practice. Just sense if there's anything coming, and otherwise just focus on how it feels to just feel the love in your heart. And when you've done that for a while, you can bring your attention to your sacral chakra, that chakra in your pelvic area which is connected to your sexual organs. It is our creative center, and it is a center of pleasure. You can bring your awareness to this area if you like, otherwise just keep your awareness on your heart. But we can just sense, if we like, how we are bathing in this orange light of creativity and pleasure, feeling the pleasure of being alive, the pleasure of being present right here and right now. Feeling the pleasure that when we let go of everything that we used to judge, just let it be what it is, we feel even more pleasure. So this life that we are living, can we bring even more pleasure into this life? Allow this part of us that is full of pleasure to simply fill our lives. Can we allow ourselves to live in pleasure, experience pleasure in any way, every day? And sense how your inner child feels when we ask her or him, should there be more pleasure in my life? I sense my inner child saying, yes! Yes, of course! What else? So just allow yourself to feel how pleasure feels in you, whatever way it feels. Enjoying life right where we are, just as life is. And now I'll be quiet for a little while, and I'll just let you sense what you're sensing. Feel how beautiful life is right now. That you are sensing the love in your heart and the pleasure within you. Life is pleasurable. This moment is pleasurable. Maybe remember your little smile, just a tiny smile on your lips. Do one long, slow breath as you slowly start to maybe wriggle your feet and hands, bringing your attention back to this now moment, to your life. When you're ready, open your eyes, coming back to me in the video and our connection here. So this was our practice for this time, and I just got it as we were finishing that maybe you want to look within your inner eye, or in your seen with the eyes of your spirit, see the people around you in your life. And I sensed how people around me, when I did this exercise, they were very happy. People I am connected with and people who I don't see, they all feel so grateful that I am enjoying myself and I'm letting them be on their path. So, although we are not connected on a physical level, and we don't talk, there are some people we don't talk to, and most of the people on the earth we never talk to because we can't. We are affecting all these people. Every time we lift our vibration by doing things like this, coming into the now moment, feeling how we are really only love, and sensing the pleasure of being who we are. So bringing all this attention into ourselves and feeling how life becomes so beautiful when we do it. And our acceptance of people being on a path we find hard to understand, our acceptance grows. And we understand that we want to be accepted by others on our path that might seem very strange. So, of course, other people want to be accepted on the path that they are on. So, yeah. This was what I wanted to share today. And, yeah. So, that's all there is for today. And I wish you all the best where you are. And may you feel the presence, the love, and the pleasure every day from now on. See you, my friend.